Good morning, friends. I am Professor Ashok Londe from Department of English, Art and Commerce College, MADA. Let me congratulate Dr. Netaji Kokate and his team for arranging such a nice and important crash course on basic English grammar. Friends, we have been discussing various components related to the basic English grammar. Today, I am going to talk with you about types of sentence. Yes, when we study the sentence, the first basic question comes in our mind, that is, what is sentence? Sentence is a group of words. It is arranged in a proper order and it has some definite or specific meaning. It means it has complete meaning, complete sense. And finally, there is full stop. Sentence is the basic unit in English language. Day before yesterday, Dr. Samadhan Mane talked about elements of sentence. And he told us that there are 5 elements: subject, predicator, object, complement, and adverbial. Yes, all these elements are in the form of phrase, and each phrase consists a word or group of words. Yes, if you look at the sentence, it is a group of words, and all these words are borrowed from the part of speech. It means that each word has its identity, each word has its particular meaning, and all these words, required words, come together and we have a sentence. A sentence can be studied on 2 levels: one structure level and another classification level. In the structure of sentence, there are simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. However, on the other hand, in modern English grammar, the structure of sentence is called as simple, multiple, or supramental sentence. As when we study the classification level or types of sentences, we have 4 basic types. One is declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Yes, now, after this introductory remark, let us see the various types of sentences. The first one is the declarative sentence. The declarative sentence is in the form of statement. It is also called as simple sentence. The basic form of the sentence is used commonly in English. It is used to make some statement or to declare some truth. It carries declarative mood. The structure of declarative sentence is common or simple. It begins with subject and predicator, and then there is the rest of elements that is required in the sentence. It means that subject plus verb plus noun plus adjective, adverb, and so on. Yes, at the end of the declarative sentence, there is full stop. Let us have some glance at examples. Rohan will post these letters. Rani went in the market. Rohan and Rani are good friends. Yes, if you look at these sentences, all these sentences have begun with subject. Then there is predicator, and then there is the rest of the element that is required in the sentence to complete the idea or to complete the meaning. Rohan will post these letters. It means it is declared that Rohan will post these letters. Yes, after the declarative sentence, there is interrogative sentence. Yes, interrogative sentence is in the form of question. Interrogative sentence is used to get some information from the receiver. Interrogative sentence carry interrogative mood. There are two types of interrogative sentences, WH interrogative and yes-no interrogatives. Let us first discuss WH interrogatives. WH interrogatives begin with WH word. It means who, how, whom, when, where, why, etc. The structure of WH question, WH interrogative is WH word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb plus rest of the element that is required in the sentence. And finally, there is question mark at the end of the sentence. Yes, let us have some examples of declarative of interrogative sentence, WH interrogative sentences. What did she say? Where has she hidden it? Who ate that apple? Let's look at these sentences. Structure. All these sentences have begun with WH word. Then there is auxiliary verb. Then there is subject. And then there is main verb. And finally, there is full stop. But yeah, this is the structure of WH interrogative. Yes, then yes-no interrogatives are to some extent different than WH interrogatives. Yes-no interrogatives begin with auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. It means that yes-no interrogatives do not have WH word. And yes-no interrogatives get information in the form of yes or no. Its auxiliary verbs may be shall, will, can, could, may, might, or etc. But generally, there may be to be, to do, and to have. But in yes-no questions, there comes basic auxiliary verb. It means that fi or fo auxiliary verb. And finally, as usual, there is question mark at the end of the yes-no question. Yes, let us have some examples. Will Rohan post these letters? Did Rani go in the market? Are Rohan and Rani good friends? Let's look at these sentences. You will find that all these sentences have begun with auxiliary verb. Will is modal auxiliary. Did is to be form. Are is also to be form. And these yes-no interrogatives have begun with auxiliary verb. Then there is subject. And then there is main verb. And then the rest of the elements that is required in the sentence. After interrogative sentences, there comes the imperative sentence. The imperative sentence are in the form of command. Imperative sentences do not have subjects. Generally, they begin with verbs. Imperative means command, order, or request. As per the meaning of the imperative sentence, there are two types. One command imperatives and another request imperatives. In these two types, there is slight difference. However, let us talk about command imperatives. Command imperatives begin with infinitive verb plus object. Generally, imperative sentences do not have subjects. They do not use past verbs for imperative sentences. The marker of the imperative sentences may be either exclamatory mark or full stop. Yes, let us have examples of command imperatives. bring a glass of water, write an essay, go to the market. Let's look at these sentences. All these sentences do not have subject. All these sentences have begun with verbs. Look at the last sentence, be quiet. It means not are quiet or is quiet. It means that in imperative sentences, we use vi or vo. As then request imperatives. As request imperatives are different than command imperatives. The structure of request imperative is common with command imperatives. But request imperatives begin either with the word please. The word please may be located at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. The rest of the structure is common with command imperatives. Let us have some examples. Please bring me a glass of water. Write an essay, please. Or please be quiet. As in request imperatives, there is the word please. And the word please is located at either at beginning or at the end of the sentence. Even you can say, bring a glass of water for me, please. Or you say, please write an essay. Or you say, be quiet, please. It means that in command imperative and request imperative, the structure is common, but there is the use of the word, request word, and that is please. As after imperatives sentence, there is the exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence describes strong emotion or sudden excitement. It is used to describe our feelings, to describe our emotions that are strong, excited. The exclamatory sentence begins with how or what with some exclamatory word. It means that exclamatory sentence begins with exclamatory word. And lastly, there is exclamatory mark at the end of the sentence. It may be at the beginning, at the end of the beginning word. Let's look at the examples. How handsome he is. What a beautiful picture it is. Oh, I was going to the market. Hey, no smoking in here. Let's look at this sentence carefully. The first two sentences have begun with how and what. How handsome he is. It means that the strong feeling, strong emotion about him is expressed in the first sentence. In the second sentence, strong emotion or feeling about beauty of the picture is expressed. Let's look at the he, no smoking is here. It means that it is regret. The exclamatory sentence describes strong emotion and it has its own meaning, it has its own structure, and it has its own examples. In conclusion, the types of sentences are very important for English learning students. They should pay proper attention or they should take proper care to study these types of sentences. And if you are master in using such type of sentences, then definitely you will command over English. I hope that the lecture or my talk will be useful for you. Thank you all for giving me an opportunity to give a talk on the types of sentences. Thank you one and all.